Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing a vlog about my transition from being a home baker into moving into a proper workspace. My name is Titilayo, by the way, and I'm a cake decorator based in Lagos, Nigeria. So let's get started. As you all know, if you don't know, most business owners now work basically from their home. So it might be a very big space and it might be a tiny space, but they start off from home, and I'm not an exemption. So I started from home, from my first apartment, just a tiny space in my first apartment, and then we moved houses. So the house is a bit bigger than the previous one. So I had a hallway, like a passage. So I use the passage as my studio, and then my kitchen houses my pans and the oven. I have a separate oven from the one we use at home. So primarily business is based online, so we take orders from social media platforms. We don't have a website yet, and we're still able to run the business successfully from the comfort of my home. So we get customers mainly from social media, primarily Instagram, and then some few others from Facebook and WhatsApp. And I really benefited from referrals. So a friend took my cake or pastry or even any other thing, they definitely refer me to their friends. So I benefited from that one as well. So one of the perks of working at home is that I had a lot of time on my hands. So I might have orders for delivery the next day. I might not even start working, so until maybe evening, because I know I will finish it maybe by 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. So I enjoy doing that at home. And I'm not really a morning person, so I'm a night person. I prefer to do all of my work in the night. I will just be on social media by day, get all of the orders and work on it by night. Because of my location, I couldn't really do some kind of orders. So that's the first tip I would give home bakers. I don't know your location, but as for me, I work primarily based on what I have with me. I really look at other people, competing with other people, because I don't know their location, I don't know their staff strength or all of those things. So I took my orders day in, day out based on what I could undo and based on my location. So because of my location, I only do pre-order. Anything at all, even if it is as small as maybe 3 or 6 donuts, you have to pre-order it ahead, because I wouldn't get any bike delivery or even Uber, or I would get Uber or Taxify or the other ones that I use for deliveries, but the fares would be so high. So what I do with handling my deliveries is that I have had some drivers that I deliver super early. So even if you are at Shangotedo, Abidjo, I've delivered to Abidjo before. As far as Shangotedo, you might get your cakes or pastries as early as 8 a.m. So my drivers will come maybe as early as maybe 4:35. Once I order early in the morning like that, I notice and observe the driver. If I notice that the driver is a very cool-headed person, I'll keep the person's number. So when I was working at home, I had like 3 drivers that I use. Once I call them, you have delivery tomorrow, they will come as early as 4:35 and 6. They pick up my order and they leave. So I didn't have issues with deliveries. I don't even bother ordering online or whatnot. I just have those drivers at hand. So delivery is sorted. But the disadvantage is that I couldn't take more orders. So if somebody just saw my post, maybe a brownie post or a donut post, and they are craving, they would have to wait till the next day, because I wouldn't see a bike. These logistic companies should help me deliver them. An advantage and a disadvantage. So with what every other person was doing online was not really my business. I actually focused on the things that would my own progress, where I am in my business at the moment. So like when people are moving houses or getting spaces or just maybe getting a shop, People used to advise me to get shop, do this, do that, no. So instead of using that money to go get a shop or probably a space in my area, I didn't want to do that. Instead, I invested the money in packaging. So that's boxes, envelopes, every other thing. All of my stuffs are branded. So the money I would have probably used for renting a space, I used it to brand my business. So anyway, so I know that I don't have a walk-in store. I didn't have a central location, so you couldn't easily say this is where Mosque Crew was. So I invested in branding. If you're buying 6 brownies, it's branded with my name. So anyway, once they give it to you, once you want to tag us on our socials, it's already branded. Everything, even when you remove the brownie from the box, it's branded. Our cake boxes are branded. That was the reason behind it. Okay, I had money. I wasn't ready to move out of the house. Why not just brand? So I did that. So one other tips or tricks I would advise upcoming cake decorators on, just striving cake decorators, is just look inward. Don't look at a whole lot of other people online, because the pressure is there. Everybody is doing new things. They are doing new things. Work at your own pace. Move at your own pace. I saw that there was no point moving out of the house because my orders were not really coming in that much. Then if I invested the money into branding, that serves the purpose, and I did that. Because I looked inward, I looked at what my business needed at the moment. So while still at home, I was able to train some students. The only disadvantage was that I couldn't do group class and I couldn't take more than 2. The highest I could do at the time was 2 students. That's one disadvantage I encountered while I was at home. But that now led me to a mine, like a gold mine, sort of. Because guys, that was why I sat down one day, I thought of it. Okay, people were doing physical classes, they were doing a whole lot, and I didn't have the space. My location was very, very far. So I would get inquiries from people from maybe VI, Lekki, Yaba, that they wanted to come for class. But I was somewhere inside Lagos, inside this side. I was actually around Igodo. So if you know Lagos, very far from, like towards Lasso. That was my location. So they wouldn't be able to come. So I now sat down and said, okay, considering my location, what could I do? And I sat down and thought of an online class. Of course, plenty of online classes were flying all over social media, so many online classes. So I thought to myself, okay, I really didn't want to do all these WhatsApp or Telegram class, because to me the main reason was it was stressful. I don't have strength to be. I hate seeing notifications on my phone and I don't attend to. So when you see my WhatsApp is 0, there's no unread message except for the people who have archived. So I really cannot undo all those WhatsApp, Telegram ish where people will just be sending message. I sent you a message, you didn't reply. So there's this person I was following. No, I wasn't following, but I used to see them on the Explore page. They teach people on how to run online classes, how to structure it, and all of those. So I enrolled for a class on how to run an online course. I enrolled for a course. It was a 1-month course. I actually wanted to enroll for one. I was supposed to be a 1-year course. I was ready to give it all in. Okay, the person said the institution said that one wasn't available, and there's a 1-month one. And then I enrolled for that one, and they taught us all of the bits, how to structure the online class, and I had to even get students to even pay ahead of when you've not even recorded the class. So that was how cool that class was. So I learned a whole lot. And the next thing was, what am I going to teach? Everybody was teaching baking, cake decorating. I could do all of those things, but I need to just create an image. Thankfully, I've started making brownies, and my brownies are the best in Lagos. Have you taken most cake with brownies? Guys, the reviews are always back to back, and they are bad reviews. So I thought of, okay, why not? Let me just kukuma. That's a word in Nigeria. Let me just create an online course about baking, actually, I created the online course about baking, but the brownie and the blondie class were the hits of the class, of the total course. So there were sometimes when the course first launched, there were hiccups here and there. People would say they don't want this. It was a total package, and then they would say they didn't want this, they only wanted this. And sharp, I pivoted. Like, that's another lesson I would just want you guys to learn. If something is not working, don't feel ashamed. Just pivot. I just move, switch, go back to the drawing board, dissect it, and change. So the course was a total package, like baking 5 recipes, 5 different types of cakes, brownie and blondie. So some people will say I can make vanilla cake. My vanilla cake is good. I don't need it. I only want to take carrot cake. I only want to take this. Sharp. As a sharp babe, I quickly just broke down the course, divided it into one, so you can buy one recipe. And that's even more money for me, because if you buy everything, there'll be discount. And if you buy one, a whole lot of money for me. So the online course was a success, like a success. And it really didn't stress me, because I already hosted it on a particular website. Once you just pay, it's available all year round. Immediately you pay, I'll just give you access. It's even automated. Pay through Flutterwave, or I use Flutterwave. You get a welcome email. You get a link to access your class. And that's that. So that's another thing I did while I was at home. It was a big hit. So while I was still at home, I would say my work or my progress was slowed down a bit, because I couldn't hire a staff, and that's primarily because I was at home. I wouldn't want just anybody to just come into my apartment or into my house just like that. So I was more or less like doing the bulk of the work myself, with the help of few family and friends around. So it really slowed down my progress. If I had a staff or 2 or 3 staff, one would probably be doing the baking, one would be doing the decoration, one would be doing pastries, and then that means we would get more revenue, because we would have a whole lot of things to do, and I would have time to be able to market the product properly, or even hire a social media manager to do all of that. So that's another disadvantage I experienced while I was working from home. So what prompted me into moving out of the house? Number 1 was that I just need to structure the business, and I couldn't do that from home. I really could not do that from home, because if I really want to structure it, I would want to hire staff, and I just can't do that at home, obviously. I had to just, think of it. And thankfully, business is doing a bit better than it used to be when I first started out. So why not, if not? So I wanted to structure the business. I've been getting a whole lot of requests for classes. So I want to venture into physical classes now, even though the online classes is yielding. Could just be somewhere 2 or 3 people were enrolled today, another few people were enrolled tomorrow, and it's all good. But we have to just keep upscaling the business. So I wanted to upscale, give the business a new look, have people be able to walk in for inquiries, to pick up their orders, and be a little bit central, so that delivery fees wouldn't want to kill my customers. So now here is our new space. Yeah, can you see that? So we got a new space. Guys, this search was terrible. Nigerian agent and Lagos agent, they will stress you. I've already given them some specification of what I wanted. They will still be taking you to places, uncompleted building. Guys, it was a whole lot of mess. And artisans would double stress you. Those was, I don't know, they have a special place. I don't want to dash them here. So I don't know. So after a whole lot of struggles with agents, I got an apartment. Artisans, they painted furniture. Someone just delivered furniture like 2 months later. But it's all good. So guys, now we are now in a proper workspace. The business is getting a bit of structure here and there. And the good thing is that all of the things I couldn't do while I was at home, I'm able to do it now. So you could just call us and then we'll produce something definitely for you. We introduce new things that I wasn't able to do while I was at home alone. So I have, of course, people working with me now, and it's a whole lot easier. I can just be trying to advertise and somebody is processing the order. The workload on me has reduced drastically. That's one of the benefits of upscaling. So moving on from here, of course, we are trying to structure our classes, our group classes, our private classes. Those ones are coming up, and of course, our online classes are still there, in one corner. So guys, I hope all of my small talks here and there. I hope you enjoyed my vlog on transitioning from being a homemaker to proper workspace, and I hope you've learned one or two. I know I missed out some things, but if I remember anything, I'll put it in the description box. So I guess this is the part I tell you to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and if you're already a subscriber, I give you a thumbs up. So as I give you a thumbs up, just click on the like button and invite your friends to my channel. There are a whole lot of things I would be sharing with you as we journey together on this channel. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like my videos, go back to the previous ones and see what I've shared previously. So I'll see you in my next video or vlog.